Friends, I want to talk to you about some of the lesser known symptoms and risks of hypothyroidism and what you can do about them. What I'm talking about here is the association between hypothyroidism and heart disease, and also the association between hypothyroidism or improperly treated hypothyroidism and high cholesterol. So a lot of us have gone to the doctor for our annual checkup and we get the blood tests, and the doctor would be fasting. And the reason why we have to fast is they're going to do something called a lipid profile. They're going to look at your cholesterol levels. They look at total cholesterol, HDL, high density lipoproteins, LDL, low density triglycerides. And they'll often tell you, oh, it's too high, it's too low. And if it's well, they never tell you it's too low. But if it's too high, they'll often want to give you a statin. Statins have lots of side effects. And by the way, they lower LDL and HDL. And low HDL is even a higher risk for mortality than high LDL. So I would hesitate before I take any statins, because it might not even be because of anything to do with your diet, but in fact your thyroid. Why is that? Well, hypothyroidism is associated with lower activity of what we call lipoprotein lipase, which is one of the enzymes that breaks down LDL, both in the liver and in your fat tissues. And it's also associated with lower levels of LDL receptors on your liver. That means your liver can't either break down LDL, the dangerous kind of cholesterol carrier, and or it can't absorb it. So before you run for the statins, which by the way are the most prescribed and the most profitable drugs in the pharmaceutical industry, I would talk first about your thyroid, specifically your T3, because it's not enough for you to have the right TSH levels or the right amount of free T4 if your body can't actually convert it to T3, because it's the T3 that your body needs to actually lower your cholesterol. Now, cholesterol isn't quite the boogeyman we've been led to believe, and that's why just taking statins to lower it as low as humanly possible is deadly. In fact, extremely low cholesterol is again associated with a higher risk of mortality than high cholesterol, and it's associated with depression, anxiety, suicides, because you actually need high cholesterol in order to manufacture the neurotransmitters in the brain and to insulate the nerves in the brain. You need cholesterol. It literally wraps around every single cell. It's the bilipid layer around all of our cells. Cholesterol is a precursor to vitamin D. It's needed to make all the sex hormones. So no, we do not want to completely eliminate cholesterol, and statins do it indiscriminately. What we want to do is understand the dietary factors and the risk factors that can lead to high LDL and address those. If your other cholesterol markers are good, your HDL is high enough, your triglycerides are not high, you don't have insulin resistance, chances are your high LDL is due to not having enough thyroid hormone, not enough TSH, and that's where you need to act. If your other lipids are off, that could still be due to your thyroid, because those of us with thyroid issues are far more sensitive, far more likely to get insulin resistance. And then you still need to work on your blood sugar, reduce the amount of carbs in your diet, increase your exercise, and make sure you are on the right amount of thyroid hormone. And that's what will protect your whole body, including your heart.